Germany 2, Ivory Coast 1. You can call this a massive opportunity missed by the African nation of Ivory Coast, the Elephants, to advance to the round of 32 or into the knockout stage for the first time ever in their World Cup history, after failing to do so on 3 previous occasions when they had a bunch of stars. Now, they do have a star-studded team, but a mixture of, young and experienced players. And today was the day that the Ivory Coast was going to demand respect from their peers across the world, the other footballing countries. They were going to respect or give Ivory Coast the respect today. But wasn't meant to be. They dropped the ball, did not kill off the game, did not take opportunities. Poor game management. It all boils down to poor game management. Poor game management. I can't put it any other way, man. I'm not going to go and say like, oh, the Germans played Ivory Coast off the park, they deserve this win. No. Julian Nagelsmann and Germany saw an opportunity where the Ivory Coast did not finish them off, because that goal by Franck Kessié, that pretty early in the game, 38th minute, Ivory Coast with the advantage, brilliant run down the wings, Diomande causing a lot of trouble. And I'm telling you, let me tell you, man, that was Ivory Coast's opportunity to show the Germans who's boss, score, get another goal, or shut up shop. Shut up shop. You see what I mean? They didn't manage the game right. But the crazy thing is, they did have the opportunities, man. 9 shots, 2 on target, not clinical enough. That big opportunity by Adingra towards the end of the game, he had to score. But when you're young, you're inexperienced, things like that would happen. And Adingra is a quality player. Quality player I've seen over the years for Brighton. I think he moved to Sunderland, if I'm not mistaken, but didn't play a lot last season. But had to put it away. Had to put it away. Look at what Undav did. Julian Nagelsmann with the subs. Ameri with assists. Undav with both goals. Undav came on and he took his opportunities. He's like, listen, I'm not high up the pecking order. Whenever I get a chance, I'm going to show them what I'm capable of doing. Goal against Curacao, a double with the winner against Ivory Coast. And he now put in, his hands up, say, oh, you got to pay me some attention. You got, hey, hey, pick me. You see? The Ivory Coast dropped the ball here, man. I feel it for them because, I want to see the African team shine. No bias here or anything, but I just want to see the African teams shine. Just like in 2022 when Morocco made a run to the final. These things are things that I like to see. I like to see, the underdog get a little glory. And they almost did. Undav in the 68th. Undav again in the 94th. Match points. Clutch by Deniz Undav. Clutch. The Ivory Coast goalkeeper, Fofana, did pull off some saves as well. keep his team with the advantage. But overall, man, this is a massive opportunity miss, man. Massive. The Ivory Coast should have either won the game or at least when you realize like, whoa, we can't get another one. Oh, whoa, they scored one. Shut up shop completely. Close the door. Form a shield, a Spartan shield, nothing. Thou shalt not pass. That's what should have happened. Pick up a point by any means necessary, and you're through to the next round. But it is Germany that booked their place into the round of 32, advancing to the knockout stage for the first time in the last 3 World Cups. The last 2, 2018, after winning it, after winning it in 2014 for the 4th time, got knocked out as holders in 2018, got knocked out again in 2022. Now the monkey is off their backs. They would want to put their name in the hat to go on to win it this time. Never write off the Germans. Never. That's a famous saying. But with all that being said, man, the Ivory Coast are going to be okay. They're going to be okay. There's no shame to losing to Germany 2-1. No shame in that. They are going to be okay. They play Curacao. They're guaranteed to get something against Curacao. If they don't, they don't deserve to be at the World Cup. No disrespect to Curacao. But, you know, from what we've seen from Curacao, they're going to lose all 3 games. I think. They do come up against Ecuador in the next game. I think Curacao lose that game. Ecuador 3 points. Ecuador are the ones that are really worrying right now about their fate at the World Cup. Because they play Germany on their final match day. And the Germans look good. The Germans may rotate their squad, seeing that they will top the group. To beat in Ivory Coast will guarantee that they'll top the group. If they got to pick up something against Ecuador. Because let's say Ecuador smash Curacao and then Ecuador beat Germany, then Ecuador tops the group because of the head-to-head if they beat Germany, right? You see what I'm saying? But then again, it may come down to goal difference because let's say Ivory Coast pick up 6 points. Ivory Coast defeated Ecuador, so they are ahead of Ecuador. So, and then Ecuador will be ahead of Germany. You see what, if Ecuador beat Germany. But then again, Germany beat Ivory Coast. So, it's going to come down to goal. I think it will come down to goal difference. And Germany got that working in their favor with the 7-1 victory over Curacao. So, Ivory Coast got to score a lot of goals. Ecuador got to score a lot of goals against Curacao. And that might not actually happen. So, I think Germany may go on to top the group. But I think the way it stands right now, it might be Germany top, Ivory Coast second, and it's looking like a 3rd place for Ecuador. All 3 teams may actually go through to the next round, which is a positive. Unless Curacao completely throw a wrench in it and say, hey, we want to go through too with a couple wins or win on a draw. But I doubt that's going to happen, though. I really don't. So, just to round things off, quality performance still by Ivory Coast because they did not make things comfortable for Germany, but they did give him a lot of opportunities to, get back in the game. You invite a lot of pressure, and you know what they say? Pressure busts pipe. Pressure does bust pipe. So Guys, that's pretty much it. My thoughts. Don't want to go on too long. I think I've already went on long. But I thought I would have been making a reaction video talking about an Ivory Coast victory. And, you know, how this is a, you know, massive victory sending shockwave through the football world. Not the case. Guys, thanks a lot. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you haven't yet done so. I know I didn't touch on every single thing, but I can't. Come on, man. Yeah, I can't touch on every single thing, so drop some talking points that I may have missed in the comment section down below. So, like the video if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe if you're new. I think I said all of that. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. It's been a fun World Cup so far, man. Really loving it.